so that way I don't forget. Because I missed the first two jams the second half for the juniors because I normally have somebody over here, but she's helping bench tonight. And it's like, She said, normally I'm not helping. This guy pretty cool. It's like I think what I've got actually rivals a lot of what you see from.
I was gonna say the angles are fantastic.
Well, ideally we were trying to put the jam start over there, and we really wanted to do this. Now I'm gonna put the camera up high back that way, and we have the straight on flat view of the wide angle. Well, it's just the roof's too low right here, and I don't have enough distance.
Okay. I don't know if you noticed, but we're streaming at Alamo now.
Oh, you are?
We did one, and we've been off for 2 months, but we're going to continue. We have one of the local television stations, KSAT 12. Their production crew is streaming our bouts going forward.
Oh, nice. Dixie. Roller derby. That's what I like to hear, Piggy Madness.
That was a great sound, absolutely.
So like I said, my co-announcer finally made it after all that driving, all the rain, and all the shenanigans that you find on the interstate. I want to give a big Tennessee Valley welcome to Piggy Fatness.
Thank you guys so much. It's a pleasure to be here, and it's going to be a great night of roller derby, Speaker of the House. I'm excited.
So, the visiting team here, they're from Little Rock, Arkansas. It's a combination of two teams came together to form Rocktown Roller Derby. It's been a few years, but one of the teams, Card, we played a number of years ago, so we're going to get a chance to have them back here in town. So it's good to see teams that we've had a chance to play. And, you know, you've kind of seen this happen now. A lot of leagues kind of forming and creating these bigger leagues now, you know, for the benefit of, I think, all of roller derby. You know, instead of having just a lot of little teams scrabbling hard to get by, you got these leagues combining forces and creating these wonderful teams that happen to be able to come here and play us.
Indeed, it's the collaboration of those teams and the talent pool that really makes the game exciting. I know we're going to see that tonight.
All righty, so are you guys ready to find out who's going to be on the track tonight? Piggy, take it away.
All right, it is my pleasure and privilege to introduce to you Rocktown Roller Derby Queens of the Ring. Beginning with number 117, Leviosa. Number 12, Brick Wallace. Number 123, Teacher a Lesson. Wearing number 21, Violet Streak. 24, Leviticus Maximus. Number 3, Brawly Pop. Wearing number 34, Aria Spark. Number 4 is Allie Macomb. Number 500, Pennywise Poppins. 72 is Afro Venomous. Number 75, Terrence Skirts. Wearing number 87, Panama Crack. And the captain of Rocktown Roller Derby Queens of the Rink, number 803, Getcha Som. Ladies and gentlemen, Rocktown Roller Derby Queens of the Rink.
Are you ready for some Dixie Derby girls? And rolling out on the track, representing the team in black, number 12, Weeble. Number 143, Whip Squeak. Number 16, Mini Militia. 1968, Wiley Coyote. Number 27, the Captain, Asian Invasion. Number 3, Mariah Cherry. Number 4, B.O.A. Number 42, Thumper. Number 45, Chelsea Grin. Number 495, Kutzia. number 76, Rocket City Bell. Number 88, Very Dangerous. And last but not least, playing her final game with the Dixie Derby Girls, the president, number 350, Cupcake Kamikaze! So we are still recording, and see, it says that the record is there. Just go and test it. Do a 1 and 0, see what happens.
I've been doing. I have.
Okay, you did.
They've been going around.
Okay. Yeah, it works best when it, like I said, when the track comes back around. Just leave it on the one, and then come back to the to this camera here. We should make sure you don't bump that camera. So make sure you don't bump the camera. Alrighty, we are ready to get underway. Our second bout of the evening. The adults out there on the track. We're gonna have lining up for the Dixie Derby Girls. Number 16, Mini Militia. And alongside, wearing the white here for Rocktown, number 21, Violet Streak.
Violet Streak looking for a path on the inside, but it is Dixie Derby picking up lead jammer here in this first jam. Quick call off to the jam, and we will get our first points on the board. 2 points for Rocktown and 2 for Dixie.
Yeah, I looked at flat track stats for coming here for this game. These two teams are really close in rankings according to flat track, which I kind of like. I mean, you have the WFTDA, but I like flat track because it's a little more active, a little more live as to what the current things are. With you got quarters that go by with WFTDA, so this says this game should be exciting. 2-2 already says what it's going to be like.
Indeed. For Dixie, it is number 12. That is Weevil. Jamming for Rocktown is number 4, Allie Macomb. And Allie Macomb is your lead jammer.
Like I said, we're already starting to see these teams be pretty even out there in play. 4-4, getting it through. Going to have an opportunity to see what we have. Weevil blasting through the middle. Advantage that time, 4-2, going for Dixie.
Weevil with a straight shot up the middle, absolutely no hesitation. And we'll be keeping an eye on her as the game continues.
Well, stepping out here, we're going to have in the white for Rocktown, number 75, Terrence Skirts, and for Dixie, number 350, Cupcake Kamikaze.
Full set of blockers on both sides as we get started. There's the whistle. Strong 4-wall on the backside by Rocktown, slowing down Cupcake Kamikaze for the moment. Same happening on the front side. But Terrence Skirts gets through a lead jammer.
You're able to pry open that defense to push them off that edge of the apex to find that little slip space. But yeah, we're seeing it so far here in the early beginnings. Both these teams, neither team can get a decided track advantage on lead. Quick call off.
The speed of Cupcake Kamikaze causing the quick call off, but 2 points were taken by Rocktown in that jam.
Yeah, 6-6, that's the way we're going to be seeing this, it looks like so far. Neither team really finding anything out of the other squad. Of course, now we're going to go with a tighter rotation on jammer here. Stepping on the track for the second time, Violet Streak, number 21 for Rocktown. First time stepping out, number 1968, Wiley Coyote for Dixie.
Both jammers testing opposite sides of the line, now the center. And it is Wiley Coyote that picks up lead jammer for Dixie.
Yeah, now through 4 jams, it's 2 apiece grabbing lead. This first opportunity, we haven't had a double release by these jammers. So a 1-lap lead now going in favor of Dixie, and that's putting 5 points onto the board.
Beautiful outside line pass by Wiley Coyote. Bit of a hitch there, but kept going forward and cleared. Now looking for more on the outside.
Nice little offensive assist there on the end, inside apex coming from BOA to finish that scoring pass and getting full 4, bringing that in a 9-point jam, 15-6. 4 minutes off the clock.
Roller derby can be a game of momentum right now. Dixie looking for that momentum with a 9-point lead, but right now it's going to be for Dixie, number 16, Mini Militia. For Rocktown, once again jamming is Terrence Skirts.
Rocktown trying to play a little bit of offense there. Offensive player got chipped out, deciding to double down here at the back down. Playing a little bit of 2-and-2. Dixie still maintaining their set 4.
Effectively slowing down Terrence Skirts, but now the pack spreads out. Terrence Skirts is lead jammer.
And once again, we're seeing fast track action from these two squads. Terrence Skirts trying to make sure to get through to grab some points. Mini Militia trying to match opposite.
Terrence Skirts does pick up 4-3 signal for Dixie.
So, Biggie, would you say this is the type of game you was worth making the travel for so far?
Absolutely. It's never a lack of action here at Dixie Derby Girls, and this matchup so far, really exciting.
Continuing to see the jammer rotation for Dixie, going to be coming up with number 12, Weevil, following Mini Militia. Going to be looking at number 4, changing up the rotation just a little bit for Rocktown. That's going to be Allie Macomb. Weevil able to break through on the inside, grabbing lead for Dixie. Now looking at 3 leads aside per team, and going to have an opportunity for a power jam as a forearm penalty, taking Allie Macomb to the penalty box.
Weevil making a quick pass on the outside, calls it off, and that sets up a power start in this next jam. 24 minutes in this first period remain.
And don't forget, the after party night is going to be at the end zone. Drink specials. Wear your wristband for no cover and for those specials. I want to also thank Choose Your Moments Photography, the official Dixie Derby Girls photographer, Green Bus Brewery, the sports page, and of course, WLRH, our national public radio affiliate, serving the Huntsville, Tennessee Valley.
We have a team timeout being taken by Rocktown. Smart timeout here, Speaker, because again, we can already tell these teams they're matched up so well. You don't want to give Dixie a power start and run the risk of having the score get even more out of hand. So I think it's a good point to pause.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things, when I coached, it was always, you didn't want to take a timeout in the first half unless it was absolutely necessary. And, it's kind of one of those, it's like I said, 13 points, it's just the difference. We've had matching leads each side, lots of double releases. It's just a good settle down moment because, this is going to be a hard-fought game, so you're going to have to maintain that discipline throughout the entire, I say 60 minutes. Technically that's clock time, but yeah, we always get the extra jam time generally at the end of halves.
Well, as these teams approach the track once again, it is Cupcake Kamikaze that will wear the star for this power start for Dixie.
And it's never too early to go over there and vote for your fan favorite. It's just $1 a vote. And at the end, we have some amazing raffle prizes for you to win. It doesn't matter whether it's your player that's picked. All voters have an opportunity.
Track cut penalty sends number 87 from Rocktown to the penalty box, Panama Crack. Cupcake Kamikaze does make the pass. No pass, no penalty. It's up. We have a lead jammer call.
Yeah, the Rocktown defense doing a good job of recycling around that offense. Coming from Dixie, resetting. Good reset there at the front, trying to put on the final brakes. There, Cupcake Kamikaze, but able to slip through, pulling the 5.
Both jammers down on the track. Hard hits. Sending down number 4 for Rocktown, Allie Macomb.
On that low block coming against BOA. It's kind of one of those moments where you say it's a good penalty because it bought time for her jammer to be able to make another full pass of the track to get back, taking a bit of shoulder contact and a smile on the face, a smile we are gonna miss here in Dixie.
That hit was delivered by Getza Sam, and it had its intended effect, bringing the jam to a close. 9-0 jam for Dixie Derby Girls puts them at 32 as we get our next jam set to go. For Rocktown, it is Violet Streak. For Dixie, it is Wiley Coyote.
Hello, Chip out there coming from Asian Invasion, helping out. It looked like Violet Streak was going to try and sneak the edge. Sneaking the outside edge is going to be Wiley Coyote, and lead in hand for Dixie.
2 jams in a row. Wiley Coyote has picked up lead jammer for Dixie, and now on a scoring run, looking for a pass on the inside, and there's the pass. Beautifully done.
Yeah, both teams trying to take advantage of speed play against these jammers, seeing if they can buy time for their jammer on the double release to get in there to force the call up. But that time, Wiley Coyote able to do the little bean dip underneath to grab those points.
Looked like she was drafting behind that pack, and she was able to get that little bit of acceleration that opened up the lane. Beautifully done. Next jam getting set. Rocktown once again putting Allie Macomb on the line. Facing off against Mini Militia for Dixie. Rocktown with a tough four-wall on the front side. That opens the door. Allie Macomb picks up lead jammer for Rocktown.
And that lead opportunity breaks a streak of 3 that Dixie had had. One of the few times we've now seen Rocktown able to hold off the jammer to get a 1-lap lead in their favor. Now let's see what they can do with it.
Allie Macomb forced to the infield, but a nice cutoff there, shortening the distance of her return. 4 points picked up by Allie Macomb before the call-off.
And we had a jammer penalty assessed there at the end against Mini Militia. So it's going to be Rocktown with an opportunity for a power start. And they're going to put that in the hands of Terrence Skirts.
It comes at the 20-minute mark of this first period, and 9 jams already. Very fast pace here in the early going. Terrence Skirts jamming for Rocktown.
And we do have a call-off now. A forearm call is going to go against Rocktown prior to the lead designation. So the lead designation is still sitting there out on the track as we see both these teams now eyeballing. Jammer coming into play, Mini Militia taking on one blocker at the back, setting strong there now in the apex is Rocktown.
Left to right is Mini Militia, but does get forced out. Quickly back on track though.
Yeah, Rocktown already showing a good ability to fight off in-game offense. And we have an on-play block called against Brick Wallace. Of course, now we have a no pass on that, so there will not be a lead here in jam number 10. Continuing to shed the blockers to that penalty box. 3-2 now, advantage for Dixie on the floor for blockers. I say that as I hear a whistle blown.
Dixie rolling up on the front side, now down to 2 as Rocktown's jammer is able to push through.
And the track cut call against Mini Militia is going to give Rocktown another opportunity for power points.
Free wall by Dixie Derby Girls and a force out on Terrence Skirts.
Yeah, very dangerous, able to maintain that edge against that hard contact. Toe stepped out and had to go over to recycle. 3 more points on that last turn of the track for Rocktown, giving them the 6-point advantage, 11-5 on that jam.
Strongest jam for Rocktown here in this first period as they work to close the gap. They now send Violet Streak to the line for this next jam.
Yeah, that was Rocktown's first opportunity to make a multi-pass run. Because they did, like I said, they came courtesy of some power opportunities there. They started off in the power, took the penalty quick. Dixie traded off that penalty, so we're sitting there now at 2 jammer penalties apiece per squad.
Only 17 points separate these two teams at the 17-minute, 21-second mark. On the line for Rocktown, it is Violet Streak.
And this power start will give Violet Streak an opportunity to grab a lead. First lead of the game now for Violet Streak and Rocktown. Ooh, a little bit of offensive help turned awry. Allie Macomb tried to open up that inside space. Was not able to force open that edge. Got re-caught by the defense.
Yeah, she picked up a strong hip check from Dixie. A multi-player block penalty is assessed on Dixie. But a jammer penalty now. A track cut penalty has been called on Rocktown. Power jam now for Dixie.
And yeah, Biggie, you are not mistaken. It is World Cup season, so we have the Vuvuzelas here in-house to be heard.
Indeed.
Keep the crowd loud and proud as we are now seeing Shake and Bake. 1 blocker left to beat. Mini Militia try to find those toe stops. Good, strong solo effort there coming courtesy of Panama Crack. Of course, lead jammer designation was taken to the penalty box, so we're going to go another full 2 minutes again. It's going to be 2 in a row. We're going to have the 2-minute jam.
Okay. 5 points for Signal on that last pass for Rocktown.
And a new jammer record for Dixie. There we go. It's number 143, Whip Squeak. Also finding a hard time getting by Panama Crack.
2-all now remains on the front side of the pack. As another 4 points go up for Rocktown.
So we're going to finish that off. 4 points going up for Rocktown, 3 for Dixie. And it looks like we have the official review signal coming from the inside. So this will be an opportune moment to tell you about our charity of the month. It is America's Run for the Fallen, blazing a tribute trail across our nation, spanning 6,000 miles over 4 months, recognizing nearly 20,000 fallen service members since the USS Cole. This year's event began April 7th. Volunteer, run, donate, engage. Runforthefallen.org. And of course, they are down here at the end of the track next to the bar, behind the team benches. It's Team Red, White, and Blue are a part of this America's Run for the Fallen. Go down there, hey, register to run, or register to volunteer for the run. Just show up, try to make a difference.
So, Speaker, we're about 3 seconds away from the halfway point of this first period, and only 11 points separates these two teams. A jam or two ago, it was a 17-point differential, but this becomes an even more achievable goal for Rocktown to close this gap. So, Dixie really going to, it'll be interesting to see how they treat the second partition of the first half, because Rocktown seems to have figured a couple of things out.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, getting the opportunity there with the 2 penalties coming against Mini Militia to get themselves back in, and of course able to get 20 points to 8 in that interchange of jammer penalties. Of course, they gave up 2 penalties themselves all the while. So it kind of came out in the wash a little bit, but I'm going to go and say, so far, a difference maker in these penalties has been Rocktown's ability to shrug off what actually is a very concerted offensive attempt by Dixie. I mean, they're really getting in there and breaking it up and mixing it up. And the Rocktown defense just looks kind of comfortable.
It's really a difference of styles here that we're seeing. But again, still too early to assess what these teams are doing. I'm sure they haven't pulled out all of their stops. And so it makes for a very exciting game, and one that, as you and I both know, this kind of differential is absolutely nothing in this sport.
Yeah, and it's one of those things, it's like, the fan in me says, let's just keep this way all the way to the end, and we do this. Of course, the teams, they would like to think differently. Teams, of course, want to get an established a strong lead, maintain that lead, and cruise to the end of the game. But, I'm sure Chachi can agree over here, helping us out with our video over here. It's fun to see a close game.
Close games are a blast.
It's scary to play in one. It's scary to coach one, but it's a fun thing.
Indeed. In fact, if you enjoy what you're seeing, let's hear it for both of these teams as we get set for the next 15.
What was it?
Official review was Black Jammer was accused of stashing the star.
Okay.
And White lost that.
Cool. Appreciate it. We're good. Thank you.
On the jam line for Dixie, it is Weevil. Terrence Skirts jamming for Rocktown.
So, now that we have come out of our official review, we've had all proper people informed of what occurred. So, Rocktown was looking to get a penalty assessed against Black 16, the jammer, in that star basket, saying that they had stashed the star, which of course now you cannot do. You have to keep it clearly visible. Of course, now we see the official review lost for Rocktown, therefore it went against Rocktown. We play on.
And playing on is Terrence Skirts, lead jammer for Rocktown.
I was going to say, saw the strong offensive help there, getting the pride open edge, but as soon as that edge became open, another blocker, that was Asian Invasion, decided to close up that offensive attempt.
I heard that shoulder tuck all the way over here where we were sitting. And that jam comes to a quick close. 4 points on the board for Rocktown, 45-38 as we get set for our next jam.
Yeah, right now this tight game is making this an easy math for the differentials. I think I can count 7 points.
Cupcake Kamikaze jamming for Dixie. For Rocktown, it is once again Allie Makem.
Of course, we've seen Allie Makem get out there and play as a blocker as well. Coming through, grabbing a lead. Now we are looking at 3 in a row in favor of Rocktown. And with a successful star pass, there is now a new jammer of record for Dixie. That's number 143, Whip Squeak. With a quick little hop on the inside.
Rocktown content to skate it out. Now the call-off comes. We'll see what the final point pickup was on that last pass.
Yeah, we see IC Scars consulting with Novak Shakur.
3 points is what's signaled, and we have ourselves a 3-point game, Speaker, here between Rocktown and your Dixie Derby Girls.
And coming into this tight matchup, we're going to have our jammers. We're going to be number 21 in white, Violet Streak for Rocktown, and launching through the middle of that pack, number 1968 in black, Wiley Coyote.
Matchup of 2 similar jammers. Wiley Coyote, though, with a more frenetic pace, pushing against the 2 that remain against Rocktown. And there's the pass, lead jammer, Wiley Coyote.
So that finally breaks a bit of a stranglehold on lead. 4 out of the last 5 have gone in favor of Rocktown. Of course, double penalties eliminating 1 lead opportunity in Jam 10.
Wiley Coyote with a strong 4-point pass and a call-off for a 4-0 jam as we approach 12 minutes in this first period.
I want to make sure we recognize our skating officials, Zero Factorial, Catatat, IC Scars, No Box Score, No Bias Device, and Bitchy Ballads.
Terrence Skirts once again jamming for
Rocktown Weeble with the star for Dixie.
Kind of breaking up the rhythm here a little bit now, going back to Weeble, slipping past what was normally Mini Militia's place in this jammer order. That time Weeble able to make the in to out, using some natural offensive help from her defense to grab lead. 2 in a row for Dixie.
Dixie's blockers able to momentarily slow down Terrence Skirts, but the jam continues now.
Yeah, once again, just a quick single pass through on the track for Dixie. 4 more points on the board. Like we were talking about, Vicky, this is going to be a game of discipline.
It really is. These teams being very careful to try to minimize penalties, but also sticking to their game plans. Consistent jam to jam. We're seeing this pace continue, 57 to 46, as Rocktown sends out Violet Streak to face off against Cupcake Kamikaze.
Trying to come in with a little bit of offensive help with number 34, but it wasn't enough. Cupcake Kamikaze breaks through first to grab lead. 3 in a row now for Dixie.
Coming after 3 in a row by Rocktown, Dixie seemingly having reclaimed the momentum in this half.
Continuing to see blockers being shed to the penalty box, but it does not stop as 5 points goes on the board. Lapping the jammer there for Dixie. 4-2 blocker advantage now for Rocktown.
Box formation now spreads into a wall as Cupcake Kamikaze hits the back, and the jam is called.
Yeah, you know, Cupcake Kamikaze wanted to wait till the last possible second to make that call off. Not so much just the fear of losing points there, but just seeing if he can grab a few more seconds off that penalty clock. As once again, 4-2 will be the start for Rocktown with a blocker advantage.
We are under 10 minutes now in this first period, 65 to 46 in favor of Dixie, as we see Allie Macomb for Rocktown facing off against Wiley Coyote for Dixie.
Allie Macomb able to roll out the side there to break through to grab lead for Rocktown. Impressive use of just body location and trajectory.
Beautiful little apex jump, puts up 5 for Rocktown.
That's the first time on the track Wiley Coyote has not had lead jammer status for Dixie.
2 strong passes in a row for Rocktown, puts up 10.
BOA now the jammer record, number 4 in black for the Dixie Derby girls. Final pass of the track for Rocktown for 4 more points.
14-point jam for Rocktown puts us back at a 5-point differential, 65 to 60.
Yeah, I was going to say, Dixie gone on a 16-0 run. That 14 points really make a difference in that. So, yeah, this is so yeah, Piggy, this is well worth the travel to come and see, huh?
I got to tell you, every bit of those 15 hours was worth being here to see this. But that's the kind of roller derby I've gotten to see all over the country, and right now I'm not surprised that these two teams are battling it out.
Yeah, battling out there right now, number 75, Terrence Skirts for Rocktown, number 12 for Dixie. Terrence Skirts hitting the deck, but a no pass on that. Once again, Rocktown showing good ability to withstand offensive attempts. Lead now being assessed to number 12, Weeble.
Terrence Skirts takes a shot and goes down. That was a beautiful block by Asian Invasion.
Definitely seeing these jammers hit the deck on this jam. Both of them trying to maintain where they can. Getting a lot of good late chip outs on the hip on the exit contact.
4-3 jam makes this a 4-point differential, 68 to 64. 7 minutes left in this first period. as we once again see Cupcake Kamikaze jamming for Dixie Derby Girls, facing off against Rocktown's number 4, Allie Macon.
Where'd your partner crowd go? Yeah, it's going to be a little partial there, but Cupcake Kamikaze is always one of my favorite players while I was coaching Dixie the last 3 years. Tough skater, gets in there, takes a lot of abuse as we see there. Able to flip those hips though was number 4, Allie Macon. Getting the lead for Rocktown. Once again, impressed with the ability of this jammer to maintain a forward trajectory no matter what angle the body is in.
Indeed. In the meantime, Afro Venom is working alongside Panama Crack to slow down the progress of Cupcake Kamikaze. Allie Macon with a strong pass for 5. And don't look now, speaker, but we do have our first lead change of the evening.
Well, what's impressive here is that both Cupcake Kamikaze and Wally Coyote, the last jam, had been successful so far against this Rocktown defense. And they've been able to shut it down these last 2.
8 points on the jam for Rocktown makes it 72-68. We maintain the 4-point differential, but now in favor of Rocktown as we approach 5.5 minutes in this first period.
I'd like to recognize our non-skating officials: Oddfather, Mythomaniac, Peter Parker, Nene, Bree, Sly Lingle, Ad Astra, Pumpkin. We had Rolly the Riveter out there and Richard Dinkley.
We are on a team timeout now, Speaker of the House, for Dixie, as we keep talking about a close game, but now we're seeing momentum swings in favor of Rocktown. And so, I don't know, I'm already looking forward to the second half.
Yeah, you know, I kind of like this one here. Like I said, I normally wasn't one of those coaches. I really hated having to take a timeout in the first half because it's just, you just kind of wanted that in your pocket at the end of the game, especially a close game like this. But we've seen it right now. Rocktown's kind of solved 2 of their hardest puzzles, and that was, you know, Cupcake Kamikaze, and well, we're going to see out here on the track again, Wily Coyote. So, you know, you kind of want to have those moments to go, all right, everybody take a breath, take a breather, you're doing good things, keep doing the good things, and let's get back at it.
We will see who can play momentum these last 5 minutes and 26 seconds, as we've got some very excited people in the venue.
Yeah, the last 2 jams, Terrence Skirts has done really well, looking to try and find that inside edge there. Wily Coyote decided to trade spots and go for it as well. Last line of defense right now, Asian Invasion does get beaten. That is now 4 leads in a row going for Rocktown.
Terrence Skirts with that nice straight stand-up style of skating. Gets low when she has to and makes the pass. Pack speed increasing. Terrence Skirts passes the first 2 and now looking for more. Forced out now by Asian Invasion, and the call-off is made. 3 points on that pass for Rocktown. If you like what you're seeing, let these athletes hear you. It has been an amazing game. And Speaker, these last 4.5 minutes should prove just as exciting.
So if you like the number 1 and the number 2, we have it for you. Stepping on track, number 12, Weeble, number 21, Violet Streak, respective jammers for their squads here at the start of Jam 2-1.
So many 2s, so many 1s. Right now, the ones that want to make the pass are both of these jammers. Strong walls by both teams. Braced forward on the front side by Dixie. And there's the pass.
Well, Dixie's continuing to try to hold it down, getting this little split apart, had been successful and was successful in getting a track cut assessed against Violet Streak, a power jam opportunity. It's our first time since jam number 11, either team has surrendered a jammer to the box.
The first 5 points come very quickly, right after the penalty was called. 3-wall now by Dixie, and pass number 2 is there.
Once again, both teams patiently sitting here looking for a little bit of offensive shape. able to find the outside edge on one wheel.
Just like that, 15 points quickly on the board, Speaker. We talked about this before the game, this notion of get that pace going and get those points, and that's what's happening right now.
And Weeble finally finding some opportunity out there with a little bit more open space. Being able to get in there and getting a multi-pass run. It's the first opportunity Weeble has had in this game to get more than one turn of the track. Definitely taking advantage of it as we are closing out the first half.
Rocktown settling in some nice defensive work out for Venomous, working alongside her teammates. Momentarily slowing down Weeble.
And trying to play last line defender there after Venomous. Not normally one of the last line defenders, usually one of the blockers out there responsible for some of these sprawling hits.
One jam, 24 points, momentum changing jam here by Dixie. Puts them at 92 at 2 minutes on the clock.
I'm going to be interested to see what the bounce back is for Rocktown on this jam, because we are just under jam clock left to go. We have number 4, who has been strong here, Allie Macomb, getting lead here in the second half. Oh, and I say that, and I see a forearm being sent off. I'm sorry, that was the jam ref signaling the forearm, but it was against a blocker. Lead still continues to be strong in Allie Macomb's favor, able to take it in here against Cupcake Kamikaze, jamming for Dixie.
Cupcake Kamikaze through the turn on one skate. 4 points for Rocktown.
Once again, Rocktown doing a good job of not having at least too many blockers off the penalty box. Able to maintain that strength on the inside. Allie Macomb pushing through.
In the meantime, a 5-point pass, grand slam by number 4, Allie Macomb for Rocktown.
Yeah, right now, Allie Macomb able to take advantage of some loose pack formations from the Dixie Derby girls. Able to get in there and hip check blockers aside.
Rocktown has responded, Speaker, after that last jam, closing the gap, and now, after a 5-point pass, there's a call-off and lead change. Well, no, I stand corrected. What I know is right is a 23-point jam between both teams, 19-4 in favor of Rocktown, as we are looking at the final seconds of what has been an amazing first period, Speaker.
Yeah, you know, when I looked at what this matchup potential was going to be, I was hoping this was going to be the type of game that we were able to get you here and to have you for.
It's over.
And looks like we're going to reset 1 second back on the clock.
I did look at the timeout, was recognized at 1 second on the clock.
I was just going to say this is an aside to the recording. With stoppage the clock, really better move here would have been to use the official review as opposed to a timeout, because you can't keep the official review in the second half, but you can keep your timeout. So this is going to be one of those things that could come back to haunt Dixie in the second half. 1 stoppage of clock available and 1 official review. So this is going to be one of those that in the 96-94 game, this could be one of those pivotal moments going into the second half.
They got all the top blockers out there right now.
So we're going to have our stoppage clock when we come back, to which we have 1 second of the clock, and we still have the potential for the full 2-minute jam. So we've seen great action out here. We do have the ability to vote for your favorite skater out here. It's just $1, and that $1 can win you some amazing merchandise packages here. We've got 3 of them. So, hey, when we go to intermission, go make some votes. Every vote counts, and every vote has the potential to be a winner.
Right now, both of these teams have the potential to be a winner, but it is Riley Coyote who picks up lead jam for Dixie. We are on the jam clock. Quick swing of the hip by Riley Coyote.
0 points.
Looks like no points on that pass. Leaves us at 96-94. We are at halftime, Speaker. What a game.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna need to freshen up to be ready for the second half. So you go do what you gotta do. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. We'll meet you back here in 15.
Do you want this just to record, or do you have
Nah, I stop it because that way I don't have to wait for 15 minutes of time. They should not have taken that time out.
Yeah.
This is so
Not
fun.
taking that time out. That was a terrible,
This is
terrible
fun.
time out.
Well, she would have just like, she could have like just